Hello, Job Doer here, and today's little video here is actually redoing the intro here because I messed up so badly on the first time around. But I'm going to have a little cookbook review, and this cookbook here is Ultimate Platters and Boards. And what it is kind of like, if you at the face value of it, it looks like it is, you know, what they call, I think, a charcuterie board, right? You have your foods and stuff laid out, something like that there. And it says, you know, it certainly looks like that, but, you know, to help with the language, Ultimate Platters and Boards. Over 150 ideas and recipes for bountiful boards. This here has an ISBN of let's see, 978-160-464-1929. In case that doesn't come out blurry, I'll probably also put it in the write-up. This book is by published by Appleseed Press, book publishers, by Appleseed, and I just want to grab some of that cheese and eat it. But you know, I bought this cookbook not so much for the way they had the food laid out, the charcuterie of it all, the art of that. But I bought it because when I looked through it, you know, it had, you know, here's some more examples of the boards, but it has table of contents, which shows that it has, let's see, introduction, spring, summer, fall, winter, and an index. That's not what I bought it for, but I bought it because I thumbed through it, and I saw all the delicious recipes here. They have Milli Philly, I don't know what that is, chocolate chip cookies. What do we got here? Monster Tarta. I don't know why that stuff's so hard for me to read them. But baked brie 2 ways, and bacon zucchini quiche. Now this is actually getting more of, you know, a bigger, you know, healthy, not healthier, a bigger bite. You know, usually when I think of charcuterie boards, I think of, you know, I'm sure maybe onion rings, you know, small finger food, just come by and grab. But these are actually getting to, you know, small plates of stuff. Purple potato chips, and whoopie pies. So they have, you know, they have savory, they have the sweet stuff, eggplant dip. But you know what I'm looking for? I would decide to do here a recipe that I haven't ever cooked before, and that recipe is right there. Get back there. Baba ganoush. So, baba ganoush, recipes like that there. I'll go over the ingredients here in a little bit. It's going to look like this here, but probably not, because I'm not going to plate it up that way. And they also say, for make it smoother, do a food processor. And I'm not going to do that either. I have something else I'm going to use, special tool thing. But, so, the reason I started with this was that I was looking for something to use tahini with. Tahini sauce, tahini paste, whatever. And so, I was looking through the book here, and in the back, I went to T for tahini, and yeah, so right there, tahini. And they have, first, right at the top, baba ganoush, black bean hummus, traditional hummus, and I almost thought with the black bean hummus, I thought, you know, baba ganoush. But now, you know why I like this? So they have that listed under tahini as an ingredient. But if you go to the B section, first one at the top there is baba ganoush again. So I like cookbooks that have index by recipes and by ingredients. You know, if they're all together like this one here, that's fine. If there's 2 different index, one for recipes, one for ingredients, I like that too. That's fine. Has some, you know, some handy metric conversion stuff here. Some more pictures, and I'll give you a clue. A lot of these boards here, they're showing the layout of different stuff, vegetables, fruits, the sweet stuff, I believe are listed in this book to make the recipes, you know, separately. You know, gingerbread madeleines. You know, it's got some, you know, cookies, lemon squares, you know, sweet stuff. So this book here cost 15 bucks. For me, and it's fairly new. It's from September 2nd of 2002, so just last year. and it's still available. I wouldn't say it's rare, hard to find. Just you might have to look for, you know, either the publisher's website or, you know, judging by the way the price is on it, and I didn't really see a price on the back. This is like one of those books that they kind of print up just so a certain company could sell it. And that's okay, you know. But like I said, between that and if you're looking for a book that's going to show you how to lay out these boards, this isn't so much it. Let's just look at the picture and, you know, find a board laid out. You know, you use boards like, you know, cutting boards. You can use, you know, that's anything that, you know, is flat, hard, and sterile. So I mean, you can use you know, your cutting boards, which aren't really too sterile, but, you know, as long as they're clean. Plastic cutting boards, serving trays, platters, you know, to lay out your food assortment for your guests. But in all reality, since I'm not going to have any kind of parties anytime soon, I would probably just try to make some of these recipes just to have around. You know, pretzels there, cheese twist, that looks good. Peach galette. You have jams in here. Roasted tomato salsa. So, you know, there's a plethora of stuff. Kimchi even. Guacamole. But, like I said, so I went with the baba ganoush and Plento fries and yeah, so I'm going to try to retrack here. So with the baba ganoush, and you'll see how it turns out here if you keep watching this video. I know the first ingredient I'm starting with is my rant on garlic. And this here, I think, is a book that, even though it says Ultimate Platters and Boards, that's a little misleading. Some people say it's misleading. They really wanted to show how you, I guess, lay this out. That's what they're hoping to do, is see how this is laid out. But, you know, I'm visual. I could see this. I could see, okay, you put cheeses, chop it up, grapes, berries, mix it on there, wash all your fruit. Looks like some olives in a cup in the middle. And boom, just laid out there. So what I'm looking for is more like, you know, recipes like how do you make, you know, this chutney down here, or salsa. You know, how do you make candy corns? Wait, that's not in here. How do you make maybe like these other, like, you know, bonbon treats or something? Those might be in there. Chicken wings, But I'm more interested in the recipe because, like I said, even though I'm not going to have a party myself, I am going to, you know, want to make some of these things and try them out from time to time. So, basically, this is a new intro to this. I'd say this is a book if you want a variety of, you know, finger food recipes, and then a little bit on the, you know, bulkier side, like the quiche and whatever. I'd say, you know, get this for just an assortment of recipes. If you're looking for something actually to be able to do plating, you know, like this right here, even though there's pictures inside, you know, you might not. But then again, I wouldn't need a book on how to do that. So, you know, it'll probably come down in price, you know, eventually, but well, right now, 15 bucks. I thought it was a good deal for what it had in it. And it's still pretty new. So it's not very hard to find, I'm sure. But I would recommend it if you like assortment of recipes to have in one book. With that said, on to my rant on garlic. And by the way, the intro I had before this, I think was much longer. So, any questions, comments, make sure to put them down below. And off to the kitchen we go. We got our two cloves kind of laid out. You can see that? Now, the thing about cloves is, you know, this is a clove here, and this little one's a clove here too. And so I'm not too sure what the standardized measure is of like one clove, because you can see they're different sizes. What I do know is if you like garlic, add more. If you don't like garlic, take some away. But I've already kind of, you know, cleaned them up. Sometimes on the ends of these things, I think you can still eat it by cut off the parts that connect to the bottom of the bulb. You just have this, and so I'm just going to, well, do a little slicing with a knife and do a fine mince of this stuff. Actually, a rough mince. You know, get a knife that rocks back and forth. Just do some of this action. All right, hold it down here in this bloop, 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 and then you kind of scrape it back. And you just run your knife over this quite a few times, or if you do have your food processor thing, just throw them in there and, you know, let them chop it itself. This hummus is really easy to do in a food processor. Well, hummus is a lot easier to do, I'm sure. This should be easy enough to do by hand, though. And you know what? I like some more garlic, so I'm just going to bring that in. And basically, I will keep doing this routine until it's chopped up to where I like it. Another way to do it is if you have a chunk. You got your chunk of garlic there. Put your knife flat. Right. Put your knife flat on top of it, and some people just kind of pound it. You just have to push down, making sure you don't turn your knife up to cut your hand off. Because even though it would be an interesting video, that's not what we want to do here. So now it's flat. That should be easier to run over or dice it up, standard style. Basically what I'm getting at is knife skills, learn them, don't cut your hand off. So, we got the garlic ready. And now what we have here is a few more ingredients. So we got our, I believe it asks for a half a teaspoon of cumin, half a teaspoon of paprika, a quarter teaspoon of cayenne pepper, all ground down. It asks for, I believe, a tablespoon of fresh parsley. This ain't fresh, but it's for a garnish, so it goes over the top. And I'm just going to actually mix it in just to get the parsley flavor in there without having to have it be fresh, because I didn't do that for this. And then 2 tablespoons here of olive oil. This one's extra virgin. A teaspoon of fresh lemon juice. It's in there. Maybe hard to see. And then a quarter cup of the tahini. Now, tahini, this is my first time working with it, and if it looks like this right here, a little watery on top, whatever, that's probably not what you want to be. You want to make sure you get yourself, some kind of a little spoon. I'm going to use a little butter knife here. I'm just going to go in here and do a little mixing, because at the bottom it gets much thicker. So, I'm going to mix this all up, get it all nice and thick. Well, not nice and thick, but nice and blended. And tahini, if no one's actually worked with it out there, that is crushed sesame seeds, right? It's almost like if you were to take, say, something called like peanut butter and smash peanuts and make something out of it, a paste type of thing. That's the same with tahini sauce, only it's sesame seeds. And you can probably buy it, different kind of roasts, flavors and stuff like that. And you know what? I have a lot of this stuff that I really don't know what to do with. So that's why I'm doing this recipe. But since I was going to use a quarter of a cup, I'll find other recipes. If you have a recipe suggestion to use with tahini sauce, let me know in the comments below. And I'll see if I can do it. Who knows? Maybe I'll make something fancy. Probably not. Maybe I'll make something else that's tasty. I already have a few more ideas in the back of my head. I just need to find probably recipe books that have it. Sure, I could look at YouTube videos or other places on the net to find recipes, but that doesn't get through my cookbook collection. Alright, so this right here is blended fairly good. I'm going to blend it a little bit more, get some more chunks out of it. I'm going to fill up a, like I said, quarter cup vessel with that. And last but not least on this thing here is our star. Ta-da! Eggplant. Yes, this here came from the eggplant kingdom. Can I say that? I don't know. And basically I cut off the green tips a little bit. Cut that off. I washed it all down. Put on this here baking sheet with some parchment paper. And it's going to go into a 400-degree oven. It says at least for 25 minutes. Now, granted, if you have a barbecue, you can probably throw it in the barbecue. Anything that you can do heat and roast it would be fine. I don't think, because they want to kind of blister up the skin, I don't think you'd want to put this on top of a gas burner, per se, because I think it wants to be able to roast to cook some of the innards more than just the outers. But, yeah, maybe a barbecue oven or a real oven. So 400, 25 minutes, and I'm going to go finish preparing the ingredients there, chop some more, stir some more tahini, and we'll be ready to throw it together. Alright, one thing I forgot to mention before we put this thing in the oven to bake it away, go ahead and stab it with a fork or a knife a bunch of times, like so. well, he actually pierced the skin. I guess they keep it from blowing up or something. Lets the steam out too. So I did that, stabbed it, had it in the oven. I roasted it, baked it for, it said 425 minutes, but you know what? I tacked on another whole 20 minutes, so 45 minutes. And it looks like that. Now I'm going to let it cool a little bit, because the next one would be is de-skinning it. And it's probably only 200 degrees now, but I'll let that de-skin. So over yonder we have a bowl like this here, you see. And so in this bowl I already put some tahini sauce from my stirring stick, the garlic in there, and we're going to go ahead and just add everything else in here. So the only thing you don't really add is your parsley. If you have the fresh parsley for the garnish, you put that on top. But another ingredient that I left out of this, which I'm still leaving out of my version, is a teaspoon of what they say kosher salt. Now, I get enough salt from other places, so I'm cutting the salt out of this. Otherwise, I'll redo the ingredients. 1 pound eggplant, which you already saw. 2 cloves of garlic diced, which is in there, more or less, in this case more. 1/4 cup of tahini sauce, which I'll be adding soon. 1/2 teaspoon of fresh lemon juice. A teaspoon of kosher salt, which I'm not putting in. 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. If you want it hotter, add a 1/2 teaspoon. If you don't want it hot at all, take it out. But I think at 1/4 it shouldn't be that bad at all. 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and then of course the tablespoon of finely chopped parsley for garnish, which I am not putting in. So my spices here, right? The parsley, paprika, cumin, and cayenne. In the go. Then we got ourselves our lemon. No. Why can't I cannot think all of a sudden. Olive oil, extra virgin. I'm gonna put that in there. You can use a little scraper if you want. Use this thing here. Right? Yeah. Okay, make a mess over there. Then our lemon juice in there, and last but not least our tahini sauce in the 1/4 cup, which I had stirred, mixed up, blended, and really got it going, because it was in that jar for a while, not being stirred. So mix it together, blend up, empty it all in there, and at this point, it's always hard to kind of get everything out of the cup. But at this point here, I think I got enough out of that. So go ahead and take your dolmas. You have a dolmas like this, and you can just kind of, gather some of this tahini sauce on the dolmas and have a snack. Dolmas. And yeah, don't dip it in your bubblegunish mixture. Alrighty. Now to the eggplant. After it's cooled. Right, there's the beast. And I haven't really worked with roasted eggplant too much, but how I'm going to do this, because they say to skin it, put the meat inside there, mash it all up is basically what you're doing. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this beauty here and slice it lengthwise. Like so, and just kind of open it up and let some of that steam out and not burn my hands. Look at that, filleted. And then what I will be doing is taking a big spoonish. I have fun, this should work. Almost like magic. And just scooping out some of this innards and putting it in my bowl. Alright, so this way I can scrape the inside of the skin and really get a lot of it out of there. And so far I'm really glad I tried this method and not my other hack and slash method I had in mind. So this is coming out in pretty good gobs of fleshy eggplant goodness. And yeah, it's kind of hot, steaming, but I'm not going to jump right into it too much. I'm going to use the metal here and put it over there. And maybe just kind of scoop this stuff to the middle of it. Pick it up like a little basket. And pour it into the vessel. Alright. Nice and clean. And now if you have a recipe for eggplant skins, you know, you have a nice skin here to stuff it with something else or something, I don't know. Maybe put it in the compost pile. Right, so in the jug there, and move on to the next one here. Same thing, so worked before. So really, this is not so far trying to be that hard of a recipe. Like I said, the book has plenty of recipes for you know, dips. I think chutneys are in there. There's jams and jellies. You know, there's you know, crackers and stuff. I think they do have maybe a pita recipe in there. Kind of going through it. Alright, basket carry. And turn it out. Got some hanglers. And, but yeah, just looking at the cover though, you're like, oh, well, see, that's the thing. Some people want it to have ideas of how to create those boards. Other people's, you know, don't. And, you know, that's where the book's kind of, you know, back and forth a little bit. Okay, that's a little not too fun up there, so I'll leave that still there. Alright, now we'll get to the mixing in the bowl. And what I have here is this. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, a little, what is this thing? It's actually just used for a dough blender, to blend in dough, but you know, this, even though these aren't sharp down here, I think this is going to go real good with this plan. Just kind of scrape off this here with our knife and see how it's going to work. So, go here with my strong hand and just kind of, you know, mince it together, scraping down the sides of the bowl, getting the goodness in there. I got the rest of the ingredients already in there, so it's just going to be mixed together. So we don't need a food processor here. Of course, you probably don't have one of these things either, but maybe you have a food processor, who knows. Food processor would also aerate it, you know, probably more than I'm going to be aerating it. You can use a fork, you know, fork tines. Maybe you can use a potato masher, especially if you've got like one of those little square ones, you know. Okay, so that is not too bad, I should say. We got our spoon still hanging around just for some stirring. Get it nice and mixed in there, incorporated. Alright. More of this. But I think it's there already. Oops. Okay. Get in there. Alright, so I'll set that aside. Give this a swirl. And right, so then if you're going to serve this, probably maybe have a different bowl, maybe not, but you know, scrape on the sides, make it look kind of nice, and then sprinkle on your parsley on there, and bubble ganache. So, if you have any questions or comments, actually I think some people are saying what it tastes like. I'm saying what it tastes like. Let me see if I can find me a kind of a flavor neutral cracker, or a chip or something. And I just happen to have something right here. So, let me try some, eh? Serve it on pita bread, pita chip, sandwiches, pasta, I don't know, all kinds of stuff. Mm-hmm. You know, that's pretty good. I do taste the cayenne, or feel the cayenne a little bit from it. Cumin's prevalent. Yeah, that's good stuff. And now I'm thinking, you know what? I've had this. I'm kind of a connoisseur. I've had baba ganoush at other places, and I'm trying to think that all those other places kind of get their baba ganoush from the same source, which is okay, but it's not this. This is good. But I'll refrigerate it, chill it, let it chill for a while. You know, that helps thicken it up some more, and also let those flavors blend better after you chill it for an hour or so. And then enjoy. You know, put it on top of your salad, whatever. Pack it, you know, pack it into things maybe. I don't know. So, question and comments on this recipe, or any question and comments on this ultimate platter board cookbook here? Just let them be known down below in the comments section if you like. If there's another cookbook you'd want to see me try to butcher and go through, you know, and give a review of, let me know. I say this here's a keeper. Not so much to teach you how to, you know, board stuff, but, you know, all these little things here, you know, they have multi recipes in here that cover, you know, countries. You know, stuffed pappardelle peppers, romesco sauce, right? Traditional hummus. And I think they have a black bean hummus in here too. Maybe I'm talking about something else, but a classic stout bread. You know, tzatziki sauce. That goes good with a lot of stuff. We've got here salmon dill quiche, a little bit more heartier. You know, you can still put on a board zucchini fritters. You know, look at that. You can put some of that baba ganoush in your zucchini fritter. And I think they even have, I don't know what they have. A lot of pictures, lots of them here that have empanadas of some sort, and $15, probably the going price. Maybe we'll go on sale sometime. And like I said, if you're looking for just something for boards, no. But if you're looking for something actually how to make all the ingredients to put a board together with, or just other party foods, I'd say yes. So we cleared that. It's still available. Collectability's, you know, not too much, I don't think, because like I said, you can still find it brand new and stuff, and you can probably find it used, whatever. So I'll start yammering and taste this some more. But like I said, if you enjoy this, give it a thumbs up, and thanks for watching. And I'm out.